Oh.
Yeah, just let me know so I don't scream profanities.
Oh, too late.
What? Profanities!
Oh no. Hello to anyone watching this now or in the future. Today, my friend and myself, we're going to be going through the dungeon themes in the Rescue Team games and rating them in a tier list. So, I got all the dungeon themes down here. Brady is going to be making the same tier list, but separately for myself. I don't believe I've missed any dungeon themes. Makuhita Dojo's a different color because I forgot it initially when I made this tier list, and I added it in and didn't get the same color. Whoopsie.
Okay, so now here's my question, right?
Wrong.
So we're starting off with Tiny Woods, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be the first one we're gonna be looking
Which
at.
version are we gonna listen?
Original.
Original? Okay.
I'm thinking original Rescue Team. So I guess we could take a wee bit of a listen.
Are you gonna send me a link or
Tiny Woods F tier easy? Really?
F tier? I
Hello
mean,
Knight
that's
thinks
kind of
Tiny Woods is F tier.
that's pretty low.
That is very low. I feel like that's too low personally. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it could change. It can go farther down later if I might change my mind if I'm comparing it to other ones, you know?
I mean, I feel like Tiny Woods. It's not nothing incredible, but it's also not bad.
No, I mean, I think it's unique.
I'm gonna put it in a solid.
I'm gonna put it in C tier for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of going between B and C. It's like right in the middle of the road.
It doesn't draw me in, you know?
Yeah,
it's not like
it's
not like
it's nothing special.
Yeah, it can change. It can go up or down depending on the other ones.
Hello Knight really does not like it. I kind of have a personal bias towards this whole series, like all the music in the series. So like I'm not gonna dislike most of these songs.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to put something in F tier.
Yeah,
because
I think for me personally,
I guess we should establish now.
Yeah, what the tiers actually mean to us. Yeah, S tier is like perfection in song form. F tier is like I don't care for this. The next one in the list is Thunderwave Cave. Thunderwave Cave is a banger. Yeah, dude, the game's all these games soundtrack is like S tier soundtracks. There may be some poopers in there, but I mean, there's not very many of those. Dude, Thunderwave Cave is a banger. Dude, I'm not sure. This one's really good, but it's an S tier.
I think I don't know.
I'm gonna put it. I think for now,
I'm putting it A.
I'm putting it as a solid A tier for now. It's really good.
I really like it because it's got a little bit of a bounce to it. You know,
it's kind of a common thing with with Rescue Team, Gates, and Super. All of the second dungeon themes in those games are like stellar, while the first ones are like alright. The second dungeon themes are like amazing. Struggle to think of a single bad Gates. Yeah, Gates soundtrack is super good, honestly. So next up is Mount Steel. Mount Steel is another one that I'm actually kind of on. It's not a bad song. I would have to say I actually like it less than Tiny Woods, if I'm being honest.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, do I like it less than Tiny Woods, though? Like, none of these songs I would consider bad.
Yeah.
Like, F tier is I don't care for it, rather than bad, so just remember that. Like, hovering between C and D.
Yeah, see, for me, I'm thinking I might put it in B.
I think I'm gonna put it in C with Tiny Woods. I don't dislike it at all.
Yeah, I might change it later on, but for now, I'm gonna leave it in B tier for myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it in C. Next up is Makuhita Dojo. It's catchy. We're kind of getting like more of the I'm not gonna say stinky dungeon themes, but the not quite as like amazing. I don't think we're gonna put anything in like F tier, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna put this in D tier. I don't think I like it quite as much as Mount Steel and Tiny Woods.
I think I'm gonna put it in C tier, but below Tiny Woods.
Then I'm gonna put Mount Steel above Tiny Woods, because I like Mount Steel more than Tiny Woods. Okay. Next up is Sinister Woods. Dude, Sinister Woods is so good. It's like not super melodic or anything, but it's so atmospheric and like perfectly fits the name of the dungeon theme and just the location in general.
Good night.
Dude, good night. The violins are so good. So, as much as I'm talking up this song, you guys are probably going to be surprised, but I'm going to put this in B tier. And as much as I like Sinister Woods, I just don't think it's quite A tier level.
I'm putting it B tier as well, above Mount Steel, because I have Mount Steel in B tier.
Yeah.
Sinistink Woods.
Sinistinky Woods. Silent Chasm. Dang. Rivik says this feels on par to him with Sinister Woods. Really good chill music, but not memorable. I would say Sinister Woods does a better job with the atmosphere. I don't know, it just doesn't resonate with me at all. It doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, I think I might put it in C.
C, that seems pretty high. I think I'm gonna put it... Honestly, we have an F tier. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put Silent Chasm in F tier. I don't think we're gonna put anything in like F tier, if I'm being honest.
I'm gonna put it in D. I haven't put anything in D yet.
I'm putting it, and obviously I'm not trying to just fill out the ranks, but
yeah,
I just really don't care for Silent Chasm. It just doesn't do anything for me. Like I couldn't even remember how it went before I clicked on it.
Makuhita Dojo is fairly similar in like the pacing, but I just feel like it's more enjoyable to listen to.
Makuhita Dojo is catchy. It's got some catchy melodies going on. Silent Chasm doesn't really have much of that. Hello Night didn't seem very pleased with that decision. Next one, Mount Thunder. If you guys know me at all, you know that I love Mount Thunder. I've made 2 remixes of it. Dude, Mount Thunder for me is an instant S tier. It's atmospheric and it's got super catchy melodies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put it in S tier. I've been listening. So I've been just like jamming to it right now.
It's so good.
As it goes on, it just feels like it flows well into each different state.
Okay, let's move on to Mount Thunder Peak, the second half of the dungeon. I really like Mount Thunder Peak too. I didn't have any trouble in Rescue Team DX with this dungeon because I had my own monster house accompanying me. Future me editing this put up that meme I made when Rescue Team DX came out. Right now, that one.
I put it in S.
I'm gonna be...
Actually...
I'm gonna put it in F tier. No, just kidding.
I'm gonna put it in A, under Thunderwave. I think I like Thunderwave Cave more, to be honest.
I'm gonna put it in A because I want to be kind of picky with my S tier choices.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, I don't know. It's not the same.
Next is Great Canyon. Oh, Great Canyon. I already know where this is gonna go, but I want to know what you think of it first. I've already decided where Great Canyon's gonna go, but I want to know what all you guys are thinking. Hello Knight says another S tier.
Yeah, definitely an S tier for me.
Yeah, dude, Great Canyon's so good.
I think I put it above Mount Thunder.
Rivix puts this one in A.
Good
but yeah,
stuff.
Great Canyon is without a doubt S tier. But does it go above Mount Thunder? That's the question.
I personally, yes.
I don't know. I love both of the songs so much. I think I'm gonna put it above Mount Thunder just because I think overall there's more going on.
Yeah, well, and like I was thinking about it. I was like, if I were to listen to one of these more consistently, it would probably be Great Canyon.
Next is Lapis Cave.
Lapis Cave.
Lapis Cave is another song.
Lapis Cave.
Lapis Cave. Ooh, Hello Knight. Hello Knight gives the instant F tier.
Instant F?
Drazerleaf says B.
Definitely.
Those are some very differing opinions.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy because like I feel like it's at least like high C for me at least.
I think
I like it.
I would put it into kind of like the same category as I would like Silent Chasm and Sinister Woods, where it's more atmospheric.
Mm-hmm.
But I would put it in the middle. I'm gonna put it low C tier.
I'm gonna put it in B tier above Mount Steel for me.
Interesting.
So
you like
my
it more than Mount Steel.
Yeah, my B tier is Sinister Woods first, and then Lapis Cave, and then Mount Steel.
Next.
Oh yeah.
Dude, next is Mount Blaze.
Mount Chicken.
So this is another song that is amongst my favorite dungeon themes in this game. I would say it actually is my favorite dungeon theme in this game. I'm putting that high S tier. I'm putting it in S tier above Great Canyon. It is currently what we have here. This is my favorite dungeon theme in the game. Hello Knight says S tier for Mount Blaze.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely
says S tier.
It's definitely S. I'm just trying to think of where on S am I gonna put it. You know,
I love this song so much. I'm putting it high S tier.
It's definitely It's top. It's top a list for me too.
You like it more than Great Canyon?
Yeah.
I think our S tier looks the same right now. Mount Thunder, Great Canyon, Mount Blaze.
Yep.
Next is Mount Blaze Peak. Mount Blaze Peak is actually one I've done a remix of. Okay, Mount Blaze Peak. Hello Knight says S tier. Drazerleaf says A tier. This is a really good song.
I'm gonna put it A tier above Mount Thunder Peak.
I'm going to put it... I think I'm gonna... Do I like it more than Thunderwave Cave? That's the question. Where do I put it? Where do I put it? I think I'm gonna put it above Thunderwave Cave. Okay, next is Frosty Forest. Hello Knight says B tier. Rivik says Trauma tier. Drazerleaf says B tier. Hello Knight likes the vid as well.
I'm gonna put it... I'm putting it C underneath Makuita Dojo.
I've never been a big fan of the Frosty dungeons. This one doesn't do much for me. I don't think I like it as much as the Makuhita Dojo. I'm gonna put it low D tier, which might make some people a little upset, considering that there were two B tier opinions. But
it's not their tier list.
I like Makuhita Dojo more. Please don't be angry. I mean, you can if you want to,
but you can't.
But you can't. Okay, next is Frosty Grotto. Oh, yeah, this one... So Frosty Grotto is basically like a dungeon version of Escape Through the Snow, which is a really good song. Super atmospheric, but Frosty Grotto makes it into like a more intense dungeon theme. Hello Knight says A tier. I like this one more than Frosty Forest for sure.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I think...
It kind of does a similar thing to me that Sinister Woods does, but it has a little more melody going on.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna put it above Sinister Woods in B tier.
B tier? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I like it a little more than Sinister Woods.
Yeah,
so a solid upper B tier.
Yeah, definitely my leading B tier.
I like Frosty Grotto a lot more than I do Frosty Forest. I've never been a big fan of the Frosty dungeons.
Well, dude, which one's next?
Next is Mount Freeze. We're still in the cold dungeons.
What? Okay, but after this one, there's no way that the next one's Mount Freeze Peak, right?
So half of my appreciation for this game comes from the Rescue Team medley from Explorers. You guys seem to really like this song. I'm kind of like middle of the road. Right now, I'm kind of between low B tier and like C tier.
I think I'm gonna put it C tier above Tiny Woods.
I want to listen to Lapis Cave again. Okay. I have decided to follow Jesus, but in addition to that, I've also decided I'm going to put it below Tiny Woods, above Lapis Cave in C tier.
So my C tier, basically starting from top, is Mount Freeze, Tiny Woods, Makuhita Dojo, Frosty Forest.
Okay. I have Arizona Tea, so I'm happy. Next is Mount Freeze Peak. This one's very similar to the original.
Yeah. Its pitch is lower.
I'd almost say it sounds a little more, I don't know, almost scary. Because it's got like the rising and falling strings and stuff. This one is a lot more similar to its original compared to the other Peak themes in this game.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna toss it underneath Frosty Forest on C tier for me. Yeah, I don't feel like it's like really that much worse than Mount Freeze. It's just that like I feel like since it's so similar, I just don't really feel like putting it at the same spot.
It is extremely similar, and I don't think I like it as much as Mount Freeze personally.
Yeah, I think I prefer Mount Freeze, and I think I honestly prefer Tiny Woods, Makuhita Dojo, and Frosty Forest more. So I'm gonna stick it.
I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I think we kind of agree. Razor Leaf's the same thing, but lower key, C tier for you. Yeah, I'm gonna put it a little lower. D tier in between Makuhita and Frosty Forest. Next is Magma Cavern. This has the same like rising and falling strings as in Mount Freeze Peak.
It does, but I mean, like it a lot more.
For the longest time, I really did not care for this song at all. In fact, I kind of disliked it a little bit. Hello Night says C, but like over the years, I've grown to appreciate it more.
I really liked Magma Cavern. That's the thing for me. This is probably definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, this one for the longest time did not really do anything to me.
Excuse me. Am gonna put it at the very top.
You're putting it in an S tier?
Yeah, I really like it. I like it more than Mount Blaze, personally.
Wow, that's quite surprising. I'm gonna put it above Lapis Cave in C tier. I still don't care for it a lot, but I like it more than I used to.
It's just, I don't know, something about it, it's
Actually,
catchy and...
Let me remind myself, Mount Freeze, I don't like it quite as much as Mount Freeze.
It's just that, I don't know, something about when it really gets into the song and going, just all the different melodies just are so... I feel like they kind of, like, because like you said before, you didn't really like it before, it kind of sounds at first like it's a little clashy. But I feel like as you listen to it, it kind of smooths out, and like you can just kind of listen to each individual piece and appreciate the different like sounds, I guess. I don't know. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah, no, I definitely see where you're going. Next is Magma Cavern Pit, which this does the same thing as Mount Freeze Peak, where it's just like a slightly lower like key. Wow, everyone seems to be saying C tier.
I mean, I like it, but I'm putting Magma Cavern in A, and I'm gonna put Magma Cavern Pit in the S because
you've demoted Magma Cavern.
Yeah, because I mean I feel like I just like Pit more than Cavern,
and it takes away from your enjoyment of Cavern.
Yeah, but because it's like I like it for the same reasons, but then it feels like it just adds a little bit more, you know.
I like it more than Cavern, but I still don't. I say I like it a little more than Mount Freeze actually, so I'll put it like solid mid C tier. We only got 4 dungeon themes left, and the next one is a real banger. Sky Tower. Yeah, this one's an instant S tier, but the question is going to be where in S tier does it go? This is such an expertly composed song, and it's just so good sounding. And it's so long, too. It's like 7 minutes long. Those horns. Those beautiful synth horns. Now we gotta listen to the whole thing? Well, if you insist.
Yeah, this tops my S tier now.
It's between Mount Blaze and this for my top S tier. It's also not like overly repetitive. Like it's a long song, but it doesn't repeat itself as much as it could.
Well, and even when it is repeating, it just sounds good. It is able to.
Yeah, this is gonna go above Mount Blaze, if I'm being honest. Mount Blaze is like a personal favorite of mine, but Sky Tower is just better composed, if we're being like completely honest from a technical perspective.
There's just so much going on.
The remake version's even better. I mean, you can't really beat just taking the same song and just making the instruments higher quality. I mean, that's for the most part, that is what the remake's music does, is it just makes the instruments higher quality. There are some exceptions here and there, but overall, I would say Rescue Team DX's soundtrack is better overall. This part's so good. If Temporal Tower didn't exist, I feel like this would be the go-to remix song for the Mystery Dungeon community. Dude, how do you take a soundtrack like Rescue Teams and not only just one-up it, but like 3-up it in Explorers? It's gonna be an absolute monster if we decide to do an Explorers tier list at some point. Because there's so much more in that game, so many more dungeon themes. I mean, I'm having fun doing this. I would definitely be interested in doing more of these tier lists if you guys are. Should do the whole... Dude, Logan's like, just do the whole 6-hour soundtrack of Sky. You know
Oh,
how long
God.
it would take to do a tier list for the entirety of Sky's soundtrack? There's literally like... Hold on, I have the soundtrack downloaded. I can just see how many songs there are. Explorers has 142 songs, but next is Sky Tower Summit. Dude, the Summit and like Peak and, you know, Depth themes of dungeon songs are always super good. But is this better than Sky Tower?
I don't know about better.
This is going to be a hard decision. For me personally, at least.
I think I put it under Mount Thunder in S.
So you're putting it low S tier.
Yeah, bottom S tier for me.
I think I'm going to put it... Do I put it above Mount Thunder? Ugh.
Yeah, I just think I like the other ones more because there's more energy going on in them, and like
Yeah, but
I just
also
think just pure listenability, it just feels like nice to listen. Like this one's a lot slower, I guess.
Logan wants me to listen to Mount Thunder again. I think I'm going to do the same thing and put it low S tier. As much as I love Sky Tower Summit, I love all these other S tier dungeon themes more. Okay, we only have 2 dungeon themes left, Brady. 2 more. Are you ready for the second to last dungeon theme?
Yes.
The second to last one is Stormy Sea. This one is in the same category, I believe. Like, I would categorize it the same as like Sinister Woods and like Frosty Forest and stuff. You know what could be a fun tier list to do in the future, Brady? We collect what we believe are underrated dungeon themes, or just underrated Mystery Dungeon songs in general, and rate the underrated stuff.
Yeah.
To see what's truly underrated and what isn't. What's your opinion on this one?
I'm kind of feeling like probably the same way.
You're thinking B? Are you thinking low, high, mid?
I'm thinking low.
Low B?
Like under Mount Steel for me.
I like this one, personally.
I mean, I like Mount Steel, so it's not like a bad placement or anything.
Yeah, I like it more than Sinister Woods. I'm putting it mid B tier. Okay, our last dungeon theme is Buried Relic. This one is a good dungeon theme.
Whew. Yeah, okay, well, I am gonna put it under Sky Tower.
Wow, so you really like this one a lot.
Yeah. No, I really like the when it changed like to the dun, dun, like part. I don't know. It's just it's so smooth, and it just feels like really nice. I don't know.
I'm debating if I want to I'm thinking either low S or high A. I'm gonna put it high A. That might rustle some jimmies, but I mean
some jimmies.
I mean, so far the people who have shared their opinion say A tier. Buried Relic has a really good melody going on, and I love it for that, and it's got a great beat.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. It's pretty short and doesn't have a lot going on, so I do agree on that front. It's a 2-minute song that loops.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
loops
I wish it had some more to it, some more instruments in there and everything to spice it
the
up.
song's only like a minute long. Okay, do we want to make any adjustments to our lists? Right now, this is where my list is sitting. S tier, I got Sky in order: Sky Tower, Mount Blaze, Great Canyon, Mount Thunder, Sky Tower Summit. A tier is Buried Relic, Mount Blaze Peak, Thunder Wave Cave, Mount Thunder Peak. B is Frosty Grotto, Sinister Woods, Stormy Sea. C is Mount Steel, Tiny Woods, Magma Cavern Pit, Mount Freeze, Magma Cavern, Lapis Cave. D is Makuhita Dojo, Mount Freeze Peak, Frosty Forest, and only one in F tier, which is Silent Chasm. So, how is your list looking?
So mine starting at S tier is Sky Tower, Buried Relic, Magma Cavern Pit, Mount Blaze, Great Canyon, Mount Thunder, and Sky Tower Summit. And then A is Thunderwave Cave, Mount Blaze Peak, Mount Thunder Peak, and Magma Cavern. And then B is Frosty Grotto, Sinister Woods, Lapis Cave, Mount Steel, and Stormy Sea. C is Mount Freeze, Tiny Woods, Makuhita Dojo, Frosty Forest, and Mount Freeze Peak. And then my D tier is Silent Chasm, and then I don't have anything in F.
So you overall seem to be a lot more positive than I am.